Yeah. Yasharahla. Shema.
It's beyond the beat, yeah.
We above all people. We stay woke, we not the sheeple. He's at your front door knocking. Better go check your peephole. We take the kingdom like a repo. We coming through like the special ops. Protect the flock.
Shalom, Israel. I'm gonna piggyback off of what a couple scriptures that the Akim brought out, about our disobedience and how we need to be obedient to the Most High. And our disobedience has brought us, affliction from the Most High. He's afflicted us in many ways. We got generational curses that we can't escape without these laws, statutes, and commandments. And that's why we gotta come back to them. And we're the 1/3 that is obedient, and then there's 2/3 that aren't obedient. They're not gonna be obedient. The veil isn't gonna get pulled from over their eyes.
Yes!
They're still waiting on the good news. And that's what we're gonna get into, is what this good news is. And that's that the Most High is gonna deal with our enemies. We don't have to take that into our own hands. He says that vengeance is his. And he's a jealous God. He gets jealous when we take the credit for taking it into our own hands. That's not what the whole duty of man is to please the Most High, not to please yourself. Go ahead and bring out that scripture.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, chapter 13, verse 10. If anyone is to go into captivity, they will go. If anyone is killed with the sword, they will be killed. This calls for patience and endurance and faithfulness of the part of Yahweh's people.
So we can't take it into our own hands to try to speed up the process, because the Most High already has everything planned out. It says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So all the people that say, I don't think anything should happen to us for what my forefathers did. It doesn't matter what you think. If you led into captivity, you're going into captivity.
That's right.
You kill with the sword, you're going to be killed with the sword. It might not happen right then and there or the next day, but it's going to happen. For sure. Go ahead and bring out the next one.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 24. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Like we were saying to the other Edomite that came over here, even if you didn't do it, you're benefiting off of it. Whether you know it or not, whether you do it purposely or not. And it's something that my father says, if you're white and you're poor or homeless, that's your fault. It's nobody else's fault. Because you can benefit off of this, just off your skin color. They set it up that way so that their children would never have to work. They live off of our children. They live off of our work. They didn't know how to grow crops and all these other things until they came and met us. And we were stupid enough to teach them how to do it.
God.
Next one, Numbers 10:9. No, Numbers 10. Next section.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 10, verse 9. When we go into battle in our own land against an enemy who is oppressing you, sounds a blast on the trumpet.
On the trumpet. sounds like when we go to war. And the reason that we do that, keep going.
Then you will be remembered by the Lord Yahweh.
You gotta sound the alarm. We live close to Nellis military base, and every single morning, they get up, boom. Gotta get dressed, go run the mile, hop in the plane, boom, we're set off. It's wartime. And that's how we gotta be. We can't just be, what was the last weekend we were talking about busybodies. But you guys aren't doing anything.
Yes.
You guys are busy all the time, but not with the works that matter. You guys do your own works. You don't do the Most High's work.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 10 and verse 18. It said unto the children of Israel, Thus saith Yahweh, Thus saith Yahweh, power of Israel, I brought up Israel out of Egypt, and deliver you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of all kingdoms and of them that oppress you.
The Most High did that. Not any singular person. Not the devil. Not the white man. It wasn't your neighbor or nothing. The Most High brought us out of all that. It was His will. And that's part of the good news as well, is that the Most High is going to save Israel. Bring it out.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
I am Yahweh thy power. I am the power that removed you out of the house of bondage. I did it, not anybody else.
That's right. We're going to do it again.
The Most High. Not anybody else.
Así es. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 3. I called to the Lord, who is worthy of praise, and I have been saved from my enemies.
See, we praise football players, celebrities, rappers, presidents, etc., etc., but we don't give praise to the one who's actually worthy of it.
Así es.
The only one that's worthy of the praise. Matter of fact, we don't have respect of men. That's abomination. But we have respect for Yahweh, and that's why we're obedient. We come out here and do this work. That's why we observe the Sabbath. What's the reason that you guys don't observe the Sabbath? Because the radio's turned up and your windows are up and you're just looking at us. Come get some of this bread. Eat of this roll.
That's right.
Come get some of this living water.
That's right.
Not the physical water.
Isaiah chapter 45 verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
World without end. You can try to keep us down for a time, but we're always going to rise to the occasion.
That's right.
Hey,
is that the world in John 3:16?
No. That's not the world in John 3:16.
Wait, that is the world in John 3:16.
It is, but it's not what they think it is. They think that it's the entire world, every nation, but it's not. It's the world that the Most High chose to be His world. To be His fervent lover. His wife. But we stopped tending to our husband, and he divorced us. He doesn't show his face around these parts no more. Seek Him while He may be found, the scripture says. And that's right now, while the prophets are out here bringing the word out to you.
Así es. Hallelujah.
This is the book of wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1.
Get out.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
Then shall the righteous man stand great like the Lion of Judah,
Ah.
boldly in the face of the oppressor, telling them that you're the reason I'm like this. I'm the reason that I'm like this. Because you don't want to be obedient to the Most High.
Así es.
So you're afflicted with these generational curses.
Ah.
But we got to stand boldly in the face of the oppressor and tell them, we're not taking your vaccine.
Ah.
We're not taking the mark of the beast RFID chips.
Ah. Yes.
We know how to survive. We'll go to the mountains.
Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with
When
fear,
they see it, they shall be troubled with fear.
and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
They're going to be amazed at the strength of his salvation because they've never seen anything like it. They've never seen anything like this before.
Ah.
So far beyond all they have looked for. Verse 3. And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit,
Groaning from anguish of spirit. It's hurting them. Their stomachs is hurting.
they shall say within themselves, This was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of approach.
It said somebody that we had for some time. It said, seek him while he may be found. He's not going to be out there for forever.
Ah.
You're not going to be able to receive this word when you want to. You got to receive it now while it's available.
Ah.
While you can still go out and commute and come out and see it. While you still have internet. You playing GTA on the Wi-Fi, but you're not looking at our videos.
Así es.
You're not using that time that you got to study to show yourself approved.
Ah.
Verse 4. We fools accounted his life madness.
Accounting his life madness. What's the other scripture that says, my people are Sodom's children.
Ah.
They know not how to do good, but to do evil. They know how to do it perfectly.
Ah.
And his end to be without honor.
And his end should be without honor. He's going to have an unhonorable end.
Ah.
Nobody's going to show up to the funeral.
Así
They're
es.
going to be peeing on the casket. It's worthless. Just another number, another statistic. Because you don't have these law, statutes, and commandments.
Ah.
And you're not obedient to the Most High. So he's going to ignore you and your children.
Ah.
Because you hearken us not unto the word of the Most High.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 23.
Bring it out.
And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth.
Humble yourself.
God.
Bow down with your face to the earth.
God.
Don't look with a proud, haughty look. That's sin too. Being arrogant. Read it again.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. That they shall not be ashamed that wait for me.
They're not going to be ashamed that way for me because we know what's coming.
Ah.
We know what comes with wearing these fringes.
Así es.
It's like when you go join the gang. You know what comes with throwing the rag.
Ah.
You know what comes with going and buying what you buy. You know? Actions lead to consequences.
Ah.
Bring it out, bring it out, bring it out.
Bringing itself out. See, they feel it. They know it. But they don't know what it is.
Así es. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 15, verse 19. Evildoers will bow down, in the presence of the good.
You see it!
You're going to bow down to the presence of the good. Not with a haughty mind and arrogant, walking by us like we're just standing out here for no reason. We're out here for you.
Yes!
Not necessarily for you.
Come.
And the wicked at the gates of the righteous.
And the wicked, they're going to be at the gates of the righteous. They're going to be asking, how can I have what you have? How can I please the Most High? But he's not going to be found. We're not going to be able to tell you. You're going to be screwed. You're going to be missile food. The 2/3.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 60 and verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
They shall be utterly wasted. The word perish. When something perishes, it also means that it's not going to be found. Not that it's completely gone and it doesn't exist anymore. Which, I mean, you might as well not exist anymore if you don't got these laws, statutes, and commandments anyway.
That's right.
Because in the end, that's what it's going to lead to anyways, the nuclear warfare. Everything's going to be turned into rubble. There's going to be nothing left.
Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
Again, the iniquity of the forefathers is gonna, the children gotta pay for that. So even the children are gonna have to come and bow down to us and lick the dust from underneath our boots. Even though they didn't do anything, you're still benefiting from it.
You old bootlickers.
Bootlickers, you lint lickers. Psalms 58:10. You got it? 16. New Revelations 19:13.
Cut after these last.
Psalm chapter 58 and verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
I know I'm gonna be happy when the Most High shows up and comes and takes us out of this captivity. He said you're gonna do the shimmy on top. You're gonna wash his feet in the blood. You know, when you're in the shower, water's pouring on you, you feel good, you start singing your song and dancing. That's what he's gonna be doing, but in blood. The blood of the people who shed our people's blood. The blood of the people who are being disobedient to the Most High. That's whose blood is going to come and cleanse this earth, cleanse the ground that we walk on.
Yes! This is the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 13.
Bring it out.
He is dressed in a robe dipped in blood.
So not only is he dancing in the blood, but he's drenched in it. And a real blood.
And his name is the word of Yahweh.
Woo! And his name is the word of Yahweh. That's Yahweh Shai. Because Yahweh Shai is the word. And the word of Yahweh is his son.
Yes!
And that's the good news that we're looking forward to, is that the Most High is going to deal with our enemies.
That's right.
And vengeance is his. And with that, we're going to say shalom to Israel.
Shalom.
We're going to give our praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Baruch Kadosh. Shalom.
Shalom.
Lord save me. I know these suckers really hate me. I guess they mad cause they ain't me. You can try what you want, but God is for me. The angels all around, so you can't harm me. For nada, for water, for all your protection and your presence, blessings and your provisions.